Your Excellency, I have a little memento here.
This is a beautiful.
Yes. This is a handheld missile.
I wonder. It's nice.
President and Prime Minister will just join on to this mat here in front of us, which is a very special mat of respect made from panyanas leaves and the bark of the mulberry tree, and it's reserved for very, very special guests in
Thank you, Your Excellency Michael Higgins, the President of Ireland. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Bula Vinaka, and good evening to you all. Your Excellencies, it's an honor to welcome you all at this evening's small stage reception, graciously hosted by Ireland as we wind down what has been an eventful and inspiring week of dialogue and debate. From climate change to sustainable development to nuclear proliferation, the focus of conversation has been both wide-reaching and enormously consequential for our future. Not only of our individual nations, but of our planet. And tonight we gather on the eve of a day that will be dedicated to a critical mission that is very personal to me and to many in this room, the progress of small island developing states. Mr. President, I would like to thank you personally for your passionate address at the general debate, where you so bravely condemn the type of divisive rhetoric that is plaguing the world, which you described as the antithesis of multilateralism. You, Mr. President, and the people of Ireland see a picture that goes far beyond your own borders. You realize that for nations like Fiji and other small island developing states, especially those in the Pacific, the need for global cooperation isn't merely about nation building. It is about survival. As you recognize for us, this is a life or death reality. Because, Mr. President, while small states are not responsible for the pressing problems that face the world today, we face the brunt of their consequences. That is particularly true when it comes to the most existential crisis of all, changing climate. Mr. President, you reminded us that the purpose of the United Nations building is that it must serve as a house of hope. While a few nations this week chose to double down on sticking to the status quo, particularly when it came to their reliance on fossil fuels, Ireland and many others gave those of us living in small states reason to keep the flame of hope alive. Your full-throated endorsement of the need to look at development and aid through a lens of vulnerability was the refreshing reminder that we have allies in this fight for our lives, and for this, I thank you. May we all go into tomorrow inspired by that hope and guided by the knowledge that as we saw with our young climate activists earlier this week, sometimes the most powerful voices for change come in the smallest of packages. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister. And this is a very special evening. Fiji and Ireland coming together, and we have been working together with Ambassador Prasad of Fiji and Ambassador Byrne Nason of Ireland